leading you to the realization that you are Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. For this, we prepare our bodies through asanas, the physical postures, aligning our bodies to Paramashiva. The breathing techniques, pranayama, as we control the flow of the inhalation, retention, and exhalation. We align our breathing to Paramashiva. With mudras, we prevent the prana from seeping out of the body again and lead the prana up to awaken the non-mechanical parts of the brain. We perform mudras by aligning our fingers, limbs, and various other body parts. Next up is bandha, the energy locks performed by contracting certain muscles and diaphragms within the body, preventing the prana from seeping out once more and aligning our internal organs to Paramashiva as we push the Kundalini Shakti upwards along the spine into the higher energy centers. We are going to perform the Mula Bandha, the root lock, contracting the perineal floor and pulling it up, the Uddiyana Bandha, the abdominal lock, as you contract your muscles above and below your navel and pull your stomach in and up towards your spine. The Jalandhara Bandha, the throat lock, tucking your chin to the chest and internally locking your throat muscles. If you perform all the three bandhas at the same time, then make Mahamudra Bandha. Next is Karana, the sacred dance postures, as they have been preserved throughout the temples in India, moving your limbs in synchronicity, aligning your movements to the cosmic body movements. The Karanas lead to intense awareness within your body and to a subtle but intense breathing flow, which intensely infuses prana into your system. Next up is the visualization. As you visualize whatever is projected in the top right corner of the screen, you embody the essence of the asanas even more intensely, aligning your thinking to Paramashiva and manifesting Mano Shakti, the power of thought. The next component is Japa, the internal repetition of mantras. We are going to project certain mantras in the bottom left corner of the screen as you visualize the japa rotating around your throat in a circular way. Repeatedly chant the japa internally. This way you're going to cleanse your Vishuddhi chakra and manifest Vak Shakti, the power of speech, as you align your speech to Paramashiva. The next component is the external repetition of mantras. Our Acharya here is going to chant the Sanskrit mantras, the instructions for all the asanas, the scripture references. As you practice yoga, your aura is opening up and receptive to external energies. So we are providing you with the highest possible energy space by chanting the words of Mahadeva himself. Next up is weightlifting. As bodybuilding is a spiritual practice, as per the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, implement weights into the yoga practice and intensely awaken your Kundalini Shakti. We are going to point out which asanas are where it is recommended to hold weights throughout the yoga practice. So just keep your weights ready at the side of your mat. The next component is Abharanam, the sacred Rudraksha jewelry. As Rudraksha functions like a spiritual battery, holding onto the spiritual energy more intensely than any other stone, and giving it off to your system as you keep skin contact with Rudraksha beads. Wear Rudraksha beads as much as possible. You can see our acharyas are wearing the Rudraksha mala. Next is Aushadam. The sacred alchemy products, if applied on the skin, Aushadas infuse prana into the system and are capable of healing even the most chronic of diseases. So apply Vibhuti and Kumkum. If you have it available, apply Jnananjana. You can also mix some sandalwood powder with turmeric and some water and apply it on your temples. If you have any other Aushadas prepared by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, you can also apply them during the yoga practice. The final component, the most powerful component, of course, is the Shaktipada and Shakti Nipada, which is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, our beloved Swamiji. Perform the yoga authentically and prepare your body to hold the intense energy that is being showered on you during the darshan for a longer period of time. Yield the benefits more intensely as you prepare yourself to receive the energy from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Let us now enter into the first asana of the sequence, which is Sukhasana. Now, sit in a comfortable cross-legged position with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Keep your hands on top of the knees in Bindu Mudra. Visualize Lord Shiva in your inner space as you breathe in Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply and hold the breath as you visualize the fire being kindled in your stomach, rising up your spine. Engage all the bandhas, Mahamudra Bandha, root lock, abdominal lock, and throat lock as you internally chant the Japa Soham in Sukhasana.
तत्सुखासनमित्युक्तमशक्तस्तत्समाचरेत् आसनं विजितं येन जितं तेन जगत्त्रयम्
చూడడానికి అయితే ఇలా ఉంటది. పక్క రూమ్ చూసేద్దాము. అదైతే కార్నర్ బిట్ కదా, కొంచెం వెరైటీ కూర్చుంటది. వాష్రూమ్ ఇంకా బ్రష్లు అవన్నీ కలుస్తాం అన్నమాట. ఇంకా షవర్ క్యాప్ దగ్గర నుంచి బ్రష్ వరకు అన్ని ఇంకా మరి చూసుకోకర్లేదు. కంగ్యూన్స్ మాత్రం తెచ్చుకోండి, ఇక్కడ ఎక్కడ పడితే అక్కడ దొరకవు. పొరపాటు నేను మర్చిపోయాను అనుకోండి, బ్రష్ తో అడ్జస్ట్ అయిపోవడమే. బాత్ టబ్ అలాంటివి ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేయకండి, జస్ట్ నార్మల్ షవరే. బాత్ టబ్ అవన్నీ వచ్చి మంచి లగ్జీరియస్ గా ఉండాలంటే బీచ్ సైడ్ విల్లాస్ ఉంటాయి, అవి బుక్ చేసుకోవడమే. కింద మొత్తం నీళ్ళు వేస్తున్నట్టున్నారు, బాగుంటది కింద అంతా. మన వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తున్నారు చూద్దాం. లోపల ఏం చేస్తున్నారు, అప్పుడే వర్క్ చేస్తున్నారు ఏంటి? చక్కగా ఓవెన్ ఉంది, ఈజీగా ఎగ్స్ బాయిల్ చేసుకోవాలనుకున్నా లేకపోతే ఏదైనా నూడిల్స్ చేసుకోవాలనుకున్నా సరే కంఫర్టబుల్ గా చేసుకోవచ్చు. మెయిన్ చిన్నపిల్లలతో వచ్చిన వాళ్ళు మాత్రం అసలు ఇబ్బంది ఉండదు అనమాట, చాలా కంఫర్టబుల్ గా ఉంటది. ఇక్కడ బాగుంది. తెలియదు.
అయిపోతున్నారు. ఒక మంచిగా చూసారయ్యా, మళ్ళీ వాళ్ళు ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ పంపి నైట్ తీసారా, మళ్ళా మధ్యాహ్నం డాక్టర్ అక్కడ అది అది ఏమని ఇక్కడ మీరు తీసుకొచ్చారు తీసుకొచ్చేస్తారు. మళ్ళీ వచ్చా ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ ఎట్లా కనపడతా వస్తారు. రేపు ఇంకొకటి ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ ఇచ్చారయ్యా, క్లారిటీ కొంచెం దగ్గు వస్తుంది, చాలా రోజు ఉండేది. ఇప్పుడు నాకు స్టాప్ రాలేదయ్యా, దగ్గు వస్తా.
కొంచెం పోయిందా?
ఉంటుందన్న.
లేదు కదా, ఇంకా అందుకే కుక్ చేసుకునే విధంగా ఉండితే తీసుకుంటాం అన్నమాట. ఎప్పుడు చెప్పాలంటే ఓవెన్ లో కూడా సింపుల్ రెసిపీస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. మాకు అలా తిరిగి అలవాటు అయిపోయింది. ఓవెన్ లో ఆమ్లెట్లు అలాంటివి. ఉప్మా చేసుకొని తీసుకొచ్చుకున్నాం. ఇది అందరికీ కాదు, మేమంటే ఏదైనా తినేస్తాము, వీళ్ళు అలా కాదు, వేడిగా చేసి తీసుకొచ్చారు అనమాట. ఇంకా అందుకే వచ్చిందాగా ఇంకా ఓపెన్ చేస్తాను, మంచి వాసన వస్తుంది. మెయిన్ వీళ్ళిద్దరు నాన్ వెజ్ తినరు, ఇంకా అందుకే వాళ్ళ కోసమే ఇది కట్టగాలి సరిపోయినట్టు. అసలు ఈ థాయ్ ఫుడ్ లో వెజిటేరియన్ దొరకడం చాలా కష్టం. నేను నైట్ కూర్చొని ఫుల్ గా లెక్కలు వేస్తారు అనమాట, ఎక్కడికి వెళ్దాం, ఏది తిరుగుదాం అన్ని. మేము ట్రిప్ కి వచ్చామంటే రూమ్ లో ఉండడం చాలా తక్కువ, ఏదో నైట్ పడుకోవడానికి అంతే గానీ మోస్ట్లీ అంతా డే అంతా బయట తిరుగుతాం. కానీ చూడాలి మా అమ్మగారు తిరగలుగుతారో లేదో, అసలు అలవాట్లేదు కదా వాళ్ళకి. వీళ్ళు గుడ్డలు ఇద్దరు మాత్రం టైగర్ పార్క్ తీసుకెళ్ళమన్నారు, పులి పిల్లలు ఎత్తుకొని ఆడుకుంటారట. అదొకటి ప్లాన్ చేయాలి. పదండి మన రూమ్ లోకి వెళ్ళిపో, పదండి. ఎక్కడ ప్లేస్ చాలా అందరికి బెడ్ మీద. వీళ్ళు హ్యాండిల్ చేయమంటే అది మేమనమాట. ఇక్కడ కానీ ఉంచామనుకోండి కబోర్డ్లు అన్ని ఎక్కి దూకుతారు. వాటర్ బాటిల్ దాచేసారు. మనోడితో భయం ఎత్తేస్తారేమో అని. రెండు సోడా కప్పుల్లో ఉన్నాయి సీల్ బాటిల్స్. ఫ్రిడ్జ్ లో ఏమి చూద్దాం. ఫ్రిడ్జ్ లో ఏమీ లేవు. మేము అందాక తెచ్చుకున్నాం అనమాట, గొప్ప నేను దొరకపోతే ఉంటాయి కదా అని చెప్పి ఫ్రూట్స్. మెయిన్ మా అమ్మగారు నాన్ వెజ్ లో ఏం తింటారు కదా, ఆ టైంకి ఉంటాయని చెప్పి ఫ్రూట్స్ తెచ్చాము. ఇంకా కొన్ని స్నాక్స్, ఆలు మిఠాయి స్నాక్స్. అమ్మా మా కబోర్డు క్లోజ్ గా వచ్చింది, నీకే ఓపెన్ గా వచ్చింది. నేను ఎంతవరకు గమనించలేదు, జస్ట్ అలా షెల్ఫ్ లో వచ్చింది. ఎలాగ బ్యాగ్ లో పర్లేదు, లేకపోతే ఆ రూమ్కి వెళ్ళిపోతున్నా ఇష్టమే. పర్లేదా, వీళ్ళు డోర్లు రాలేదు కబోర్డ్ కి, మనకు ఆ డోర్లు వచ్చాయి. ఈ లాకర్లు మాత్రం ఖచ్చితంగా ఉంటాయి, ఏమైనా పర్సులు కానీ అలాంటివైనా పెట్టుకొని లాక్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. కాకపోతే లాక్ గాని మర్చిపోండి ఇంకంతే సంగతులు. మనం ఏదో మరీ అంత అత్యవసరం అయితేనే లాకర్ లో పెడతాం అనమాట, మళ్ళీ అంతగా గుర్తురావు లాక్స్. ఇంకా అందుకే అంత యూజ్ చేయం లాకర్స్. మోస్ట్లీ అన్ని పట్టుకెళ్ళిపోతాం, ఏమైనా చిన్న పర్సులు కానీ ల్యాప్టాప్ కానీ ఉంటే బ్యాగ్ లో పెట్టి పట్టుకెళ్ళిపోతాం. కిచెన్ షెల్ఫ్లు మాత్రం బాగా ఇచ్చారు.
महामुद्रां प्रवक्ष्यामि तन्त्रेऽस्मिन् मम वल्लभे यां प्राप्य सिद्धा सिद्धिं च कपिलाद्याः पुरागताः.
Next up is Padmasana 2. Now join the soles of the feet together in front of your body with your heels close towards your perineum. As you gaze up towards your third eye, visualize Swamiji in your inner space and push your knees down towards your mat.
गुल्भौ तु वृषणस्याधः सीवन्त्याः पार्श्वयोः क्षिपेत्.
Next up is Dvalipavasana. Now extend your legs forward, bring the soles of the feet together, and place your hands on the respective knees. As you gaze through your nose and visualize Swamiji in your inner space, tuck your chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha.
पूर्व चरपट चौक कक्ष्यो सोजी वाही विधि जोगी जे सोजी जामे एडी भिन्न जराशे अंगुल 8 अंतरो राशे.
Next up is Joni Asana. Now bring your feet back in towards your perineum. Hold on to your soles of the feet as you gaze to your nose and visualize the Yoni Mandala, which is projected in the top right corner of the screen. Lean forward and down. Place your chin on the toes.
दो पगदले संपुट करे एडी मेड के ढिंग दरे.
The next asana is Midaki Pavasana. Now extend your feet away from the body with the heels together, toes apart, and extend your arms out to the side as you lean forward and down, placing your forehead on the ground behind the heels, gazing to the nose, visualizing Swamiji in Midaki Pavasana.
पूर्व विधि परिपक्तली संपूर्ण शोल एडी मिली राशे.
Next up is Siddha Samadhi Asana. Now bring the heels back in towards the perineum, separate the heels, keep the toes together, bring your hands underneath the shins, elbows on the ground, palms facing up as you place your chin on the ground over top of the toes, bring your toes to your throat, gazing to the nose, visualizing Lord Surya in your inner space.
दो पगदली संपुट करे 16 मेढ़ आगा में धरे.
Next up is Chinaki Pavasana. Now bring the heels in towards the perineum. Keep your heels together, toes apart. Hold on to the soles of the feet and open them up like a book. As you place your elbows on your thighs, gaze to your nose, and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
दो पगा की एडी धरती मगिवा मेढ़ लगावे.
Next up is Charapata Chokasana. Now keep the soles of the feet together. Place your hands on the knees and push them down towards the mat. As you gaze to your third eye and visualize Swamiji in your inner space, perform Udjana Bandha and Mula Bandha.
Mahasudashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham 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 Om Nityananda Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham
स्थितं शनैः जान्वोः पार्श्वगतौ हस्तौ दण्डवद्भैरवासनम्
Next up is Samanasana. Now keep one heel against your perineum and lift the other foot up against your chest. Keep your soul touching your chest. As you gaze to your third eye, visualize Swamiji from the Mula Bandha and hold your breath in the Muladhara chakra.
समानासनमावक्षे सिद्धमन्त्रादि साधनात्
Next up is Apanasana. Now bring one leg over your shoulder and extend the opposite leg forward and up. Keep your hands at the side for balance as you gaze to your third eye and visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
केवलं पादमेकं च स्कन्धे चारोपयेत् ततः
Now repeat Samanasana on the other side. Lift the other foot against your chest.
समानासनमावक्षे सिद्धमन्त्रादि साधनात्
Now lift the other foot over your shoulder. Extend the opposite leg forward. Repeat Apanasana as you visualize Swamiji.
केवलं पादमेकं च स्कन्धे चारोपयेत् ततः
The next asana is Gomukhasana. Now stack your knees in front of your body. Hold on. Interlock your fingers and place them on the top knee. As you gaze to the nose and visualize the face of a cow, breathe in Siddhkari Kumbhaka. Press your tongue up against the top of your mouth without touching the teeth. And hiss through your teeth as you inhale.
सर्वे दक्षिणगुल्फं तु पृष्ठपार्श्वे नियोजयेत्
Internally chant the japa Om Nithyanandoham as you move to Anasuyasana. Interlock the fingers around the big toes as you gaze to the nose, engage your Dhyana Bandha and Mula Bandha, and visualize yourself as Rishikana Surya.
दक्षिण गोड़ नीचे उठाने बाहों ताकि ऊपर आने
Next up is Anasuyasana 2. Now hold on to your fingers behind your back as you lean forward and down. Gaze to your nose, place the nose on the ground, and visualize yourself as Rishikana Surya.
जीमणा गोदा की संधि प्रीड़ा वागोड़ा की संधि
Next up is Garudasana 2. Now sit with one heel against the perineum and place the other foot flat in front. Keep the knee raised against your chest, hands on the respective knees. Gaze to your nose and visualize yourself as Lord Garuda.
दावो बगमोड़ी एड़ी माहिलो गुल्फमूल द्वार नीचे दे
Next up is Narudasana. Now raise your perineum onto your heel. Interlock your fingers behind your neck and twist your elbows outside the raised knee as you gaze to your third eye and visualize yourself as Sage Narada.
इष्टिजो वामपगदली केरी भूपरि ताहि लगावे फेरी.
Next up is Matsya Pitakasana. Now keep one knee raised and place the other foot on top of the raised thigh. Keep holding onto the big toe of the raised leg and the shin as well with the opposite hand. Now gaze to your nose and visualize Matsya, the fish avatar of Lord Vishnu in Matsya Pitakasana.
वामेन वामाङ्गुष्ठन्तो गृहीतं मध्यपीठकं योनि वामेन सम्पीड्य मेढ्रादुपरि दक्षिणम्.
Now once more, stack your knees with the other knee on top this time. Interlock your fingers on the top knee as you gaze to your nose and visualize the face of a cow in Gomukhasana.
सव्ये दक्षिणगुल्भं तु पृष्ठपार्श्वे नियोजयेत्.
Now hold onto the big toes, pull your stomach in up, and keep internally chanting Om Nithyanandoham in Anasuyasana on the other side.
दक्षिण गोडों नीचे उठाने बाबों ताके ऊपर आने.
Now interlock your fingers behind, lean forward and down, gaze to your nose as you repeat Anasuyasana too.
जीमणा गोदा की संधि उपरिड़ा वागोड़ा की संधि.
Now repeat Garudasana too. Raise the other knee with the other heel against the perineum. Visualize yourself as Lord Garuda with big wings on your back.
डाबो पग मोड़ी एड़ी माहिलो गुल्भा मूल द्वारनी चाहिए.
Now raise your perineum onto the heel. Interlock your fingers behind your neck. Twist your elbows outside the raised knee. As you gaze to your third eye and visualize yourself as Sage Narada and Naradasana on the other side.
इष्टिजो वामपगदली केरी भूपरि ताहि लगावे फेरी.
Now repeat Matsya Pitakasana. Raise the other foot onto the opposite thigh with the opposite knee raised. Keep holding onto the shin and the big toe of the opposite leg. Gaze to your nose and visualize Matsya, the fish avatar of Lord Vishnu.
वामेन वामाङ्गुष्ठन्तो गृहीतं मध्यपीठकं योनि वामेन सम्पीड्य मेढ्रादुपरि दक्षिणम्.
The next asana is Matsyendrasana. Extend your legs forward. Then place one foot onto the opposite thigh. Twist your elbow outside the raised knee as you bring a hand to the neck and place the other hand on the ground behind you. Twist your spine, gaze up towards your third eye, visualize Sage Matsyendranath, and keep breathing in Siddhkari Kumbhaka in Matsyendrasana.
उदरं पश्चिमाभासं कृत्वा तिष्ठति यत्ततः नम्राङ्गं वामपादं हि दक्षजानुपरिन्यसेत्.
Next up is Kubhasana. Now, hold on to the big toe of the front foot as you extend your front arm down. Place the other hand on your ear. Gaze up and visualize yourself as a camel.
आसन को गुण झोलो जाए.
Next up is Matsyendrasana too. Now, drop the hand from your ear down to the ground behind you. Gaze to your third eye and visualize Sage Matsyendranath, the master of Hatha Yoga.
मत्स्येन्द्रपीडं जठरप्रदीप्तिं प्रचण्डरुक्मण्डलखण्डनास्त्रम्.
Now extend your legs forward and place the other foot onto the opposite thigh. Raise the opposite knee, twist your elbow outside the knee. Gaze up and visualize Sage Matsyendranath in Matsyendrasana on the other side.
उदरं पश्चिमाभासं कृत्वा तिष्ठति यत्ततः नम्राङ्गं वामपादं हि दक्षजानुपरिन्यसेत्.
Now extend your arm down towards the foot at front, hold onto the big toe and place your other hand on your ear. Visualize yourself as a camel as you gaze up in Kubhasana.
आसन को गुण झोलो जाए.
Now drop the hand down from your ear. Twist your body even further, gaze to your third eye and visualize Sage Matsyendranath in Matsyendrasana too.
मत्स्येन्द्रपीडं जठरप्रदीप्तिं प्रचण्डरुक्मण्डलखण्डनास्त्रम्.
Next up is Padmasana. Now place your feet on top of opposite thighs. Sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Keep your hands on the knees. Gaze to your nose. As you visualize yourself as Lord Shiva, breathe in Siddhari Kumbhaka. Press your tongue against the back of the teeth and hiss through your teeth as you inhale. Engage all Trivandhas and internally chant the new japa. Om Nithyananda Mahasadaशिवोहम.
आसनं द्विविधं प्रोक्तं पद्मं वज्रासनं तथा
Maintain your legs in the same position. Cross your arms in front of your body. Hold on to the big toes in Prana Mudra. As you gaze through your nose and visualize yourself as Goddess Parvati, the consort of Lord Shiva in Padmasana.
उत्तानौ चरणौ कृत्वा ऊरुभं स्तौ प्रयत्नतः.
Next up is Kukutasana. Now bring your hands in between the legs, place your palms flat, and lift your entire body off the ground as you visualize yourself as a rooster, calmly breathing through your nose in Sahadra Kumbhaka.
पद्मासनं सुसंस्थाप्य नान्वोरन्तरे करौ.
Next up is Baddha Krityasana. Now place your hands flat on the ground, raise onto your knees with your legs still in Padmasana. Bend your elbows, bring them towards your navel. As you lean onto your elbows, lift your knees off the mat and balance, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space.
अथ वक्षे महादेव मयूरासनमुत्तमम्.
Now extend your legs back with your fingers still pointing towards your body. Lean onto your elbows, spine balance, and lift your legs off the ground straight as you visualize yourself as a peacock in Mayurasana.
अथ वक्षे महादेव मयूरासनमुत्तमम्.
Next up is Makarasana. Now lay down on your stomach, interlock your fingers behind your neck, and place your forehead on the ground as you twist your feet so the toes are pointing out to the side and the heels are on the ground. Now visualize yourself as a crocodile and breathe through your nose in Sahadra Kumbhaka and Makarasana.
अध्यासचेते हृदयं निधाय भूमौ च पादौ च प्रसार्यमानौ.
Now place your hands on the ground next to your shoulders and lift your feet off the ground as you visualize yourself as a locust in Sharabhasana.
अध्यासचेते करयुग्मवक्षो भूमिमवष्टभ्य करयोस्तलाभ्याम्.
Next up is Ushtrasana. Now bend your knees and hold onto your feet, pulling the feet outside the hips to the ground. Now visualize yourself as a camel.
अध्यासचेते पदयुग्मव्यस्तं पृष्ठे निधायापि धृतं कराभ्याम्.
Next up is Dhanurasana. Now hold onto the feet and kick your legs back and up, raising your head and chest off the ground, gazing to the third eye and visualizing yourself as Pinaka, Lord Shiva's boat.
प्रसार्य पादौ भुजदण्डरूपौ करौ च पृष्ठे धृतपादयुग्मम्.
Next up is Bhagasana. Now sit in a kneeling posture with your heels outside the hips, hands on the knees, toes touching behind your back. Gaze to your third eye, visualize Swamiji and internally chant the new japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize it rotating around your throat.
उल्टा मोड़ी पादौ वैसे बहुरो जुगति करे एक ऐसे.
We move on to the next inverted posture of the sequence. You need set up in front of a wall. As you place your forearms on the ground, elbows shoulder width apart, interlock your fingers, place your head on the mat, and walk your feet forward, raise your hips, and lift them off the ground. As you tuck your knees towards your chin, squeeze your body into a ball. As you gaze through your nose and visualize Swamiji in Gogi Asana.
दो हाथ की कहुनी जोई पुनः कलाई जाने दोई.
Now extend your legs up straight into Shirshasana, the headstand posture, as you gaze through the nose and visualize Swamiji here in a space.
विपरीतं मण्डलं च द्विदैव विदितं हिनः.
Gently lower your legs down. Come to a seated posture with your legs extended forward. Now get ready for a sequence of rapid exhalations and intense contraction as you breathe in Vastika Kumbhaka. Contract. Breathe in Vastika Kumbhaka. Contract.
Om Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham
ऊर्ध्वमुखं तथा
Now lay down flat on your back. Keep your hands at the side of your hips, palms facing up. Completely unclutched from your body in Shivasana. As you pull the Kundalini Shakti upwards along your spine in Shakti Chalan Mudra. And visualize that your body is dead. Swamiji is liberating you. In turn, to chant the Mahavakya Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
उत्तानं शववद्भूमौ शयनं तोषवासनं तवासनं श्रान्तिहरं चित्त
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham
Now, slowly return to your physical body. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes, your wrists and your ankles. Move your arms and legs around. Pull your knees up towards your chest. Rock your body from side to side as you slowly return to a comfortable seated position. Congratulations, you completed the Pratama Vinyasa Krama 108 asanas. With this, we conclude today's Nityananda Yoga session for the Paramashivoham Level 1 participants. Thank you so much for joining us today. The next Acharya is going to start their session soon. And for the Paramashivoham Level 2 and 3 participants, let us now move on in the sequence, starting off with the next asana, which is Yathasana Sthasana. Sit in a comfortable posture, which brings ease to your physical and mental space. Any posture is fine. You can even sit on a chair, but place your hands on top of the knees in Bindu Mudra. Index fingers and thumbs together. As you visualize Swamiji in your inner space, breathe in Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale, hold your breath, and kindle with Jataragni, the digestive fire in your stomach. As you perform the Mula Bandha and internally chant Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
पर्यङ्कं तत्समाख्यातं यतसंस्थं यथा स्थितिः.
In a cross-legged position with your hands on the knees in Bindu Mudra, visualize Swamiji in your inner space and start inhaling as deep as you can and exhaling as deep as you can again and again in Samasana.
इदानीं गर्भिणीनां योगाभ्यासो यथा लघु सुखप्रसवलाभाय प्रोच्यते प्राक्तने पथि।
The next asana is Muktasana. Now bring your left heel against the perineum and place your right foot on top of the left. Keep your hands flat on the knees, gaze to your nose, and visualize yourself as a sage liberated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
निपीड्यसीविनीं सूक्ष्मां दक्षिणेतर गुल्पतः वामं यां येन गुल्फेन मुक्तासनमिदं भवेत्।
Next up is Siddhasana. Now shift your gaze up towards your third eye. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and keep breathing in Samana Kumbhaka.
सम्यमितेन्द्रियो जलदृशा पश्यन् भ्रुवोरन्तरं तैतन्मोक्षकपातभेदजनकं सिद्धासनं प्रोच्यते।
Next up is Siddhi Asana. Maintain the posture. Shift the gaze down to the ground in front of you as you engage all the bandhas. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space.
वामपादके इडीजानो सीवनिमधितासुकोठानो।
Next up is Rudrasana 2. Now rotate your hands on top of the feet into Bindu Mudra. Gaze to your third eye as you visualize yourself as Lord Rudra.
वामचरण परिदक्षिण राखे एक जुगति ऐसे विधि दाखे।
Next up is Santa Dhunasana. As you sit in a corset position with your hands on the knees in Bindu Mudra, gaze to your nose and embody tranquility and an unshakable nature.
आसन की गुणमन की चंचलता मीत।
The next asana is Siddhasana 2. Now bring your hands to your navel, one palm cupped over the other in Samputa Mudra, resembling a lotus flower, as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space in Siddhasana 2.
ऋजुगाय समासीन सिद्धासनमुदीरितं प्रसार्य भुवि पादौ तु दोर्भ्यामङ्गुष्ठमादरात्।
Next up is Bandha Yoni Asana. Now set the Sankalpa to manifest through the womb of creation and inhale as deep as you can. As you close all your five senses with your fingers, mouth with little fingers, nostrils with ring fingers, eyes with index and middle fingers, and your ears with your thumbs.
यत्र मध्ये महादेव बन्धयोन्यासने शृणु।
The next asana is Virasana. Now place one foot on top of the opposite thigh and the other foot below the opposite thigh. Keep your hands on the knees in Bindu Mudra, index fingers and thumbs together, as you visualize the state and space of bravery, Vira.
एकं पादमथैकस्मिन् विन्यस्योरुणि संस्थितः।
Next up is Valmikasana. Maintain the position with your hands on the knees in Bindu Mudra. Gaze through your third eye and visualize the great sage Valmiki, poet and author of Ramayana.